What's going on, fellas? It's me again. About to do something a little different today. Today we're going to be reacting to lonely men and the rules of modern dating and understanding women. Yeah, from It's Complicated. It's my first reaction on the channel, and I've always wanted to do this, but I just haven't found the I haven't found a video that I felt like really needed to be reacted to like that badly. So stumbled upon this one. I watched like the first minute and a half of it or something like that. But yeah, I was like, then after that, I was like, oh, that'd be a good reaction. So hopefully you guys enjoy, and let's get right into it.
Is it easier for a man or a woman to acquire sex?
It is much easier for a woman to acquire sex.
Why is that?
Because we choose. We choose whether or not we have the option of whether or not we're gonna let a man have sex or not.
But I mean, yeah, but it's like, what exactly are you choosing? Like, why do you have the choice? Like, you know what I mean? And the reason why is because a lot of men are, they're horny, pretty much, They think with the wrong head, and on top of all that, like, men are very visual. Like, we like how a woman looks, So, and furthermore, I would say that I feel like if the roles were reversed in any type of form or fashion, then a lot of men still would be very choosy, just as these women are. It's just that we would be choosing a lot of the pretty women and a lot of the like average to below average looking women. I mean, most men are average, so I feel like a lot of average women would still get their man, but some of the like below average women, that a lot of men would be going for them because we have options now. Like, we are the ones who are being chased for the most part. So, but I feel like still a lot of people would be happy if the roles were reversed. Though it's just a lot of and it would give a lot of women the initiative to really not be like, oh, the fat acceptance movement and shit like that, and body positivity and stuff like that, which are good movements, but it's like it breeds laziness in women. A lot of women wouldn't be lazy, So yeah, that's just how I think about it.
I don't think that that's necessarily true.
Don't women typically consent to sex?
Consent goes both ways.
Right. Well, let me ask you this. What's the longest that a
Right.
man's ever made you wait for sex?
You know what? It's happened. I don't know.
But does that typically happen?
Maybe. No, it doesn't typically happen.
Okay, so isn't it fair to say that women generally control access to sex more than men
If
do?
a woman wants sex, she can get it. If a man wants sex, doesn't mean he can necessarily.
I mean, yeah, you pretty much answered this question, which is crazy though. Like, all right.
Okay, so is it safe to say that women typically control access to sex more than men do?
Like, why is she so lost right here? Like, that's the thing. Like, it's like this. Like, come on, now. Like, you pretty much just answered this question. So, like, why are you so lost right now? Like, come on now, bro. Women control sex, men don't. Point blank. Period. I feel like a lot of men could be more in control of sex, but it's just that we're so far flung from the men we once were in like days past. Not as masculine anymore. We're not as disciplined anymore for the most part. It's really a damn shame, but let's continue.
Because it's easier for a woman to get sex than it is for a man?
I don't like the phrasing that you're boxing me into,
But I mean,
She said
do you have a
phrasing
different
is
way
crazy.
of explaining it? I mean, is that not generally true?
I think that.
I mean, if it's easier for a woman to get sex and it's harder for a man to get sex, we can't conclude that women typically control access.
Okay. It's easier for a girl for sure. Yeah. Guys are thirsty.
Since
She's
it's
right.
harder for
She's
men,
definitely
should
right.
women be surprised that guys have lower standards for sex than women?
Which is really a shame because I see a lot of like handsome guys, right, be with just these. I'm not gonna say ugly because I feel nobody's ugly, but it's like y'all know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. So it's like it's really a shame though because so many guys have like low standards and check out of the game early and stuff like that. because they feel like they got a girlfriend or they got a girlfriend that's like really, really cute and whatnot. They're just like, okay, bet I'm just about to do what I got to do with this one and just stay with this one for as long as I possibly can. And little do they know they're shooting themselves in the foot because they end up breaking up with them, and and it's just all bad. Then they got to go try to do it again, but by that time it might be too late, which is very unfortunate. Very
Not
unfortunate.
really, because I mean, they just want to get it in, right?
Yeah, real quick. I don't know.
Don't women have the privilege of being more picky because they have more options?
I mean,
Yes. Yeah.
yeah.
Don't women have the privilege of being more picky because they have more options?
You know, that really plays to a woman's ego as well. Don't get me wrong, I kind of like the fact, I like the way it is, don't get me wrong. But it's like, with us having women in control most of the time, a lot of times it leads to a lot of them being very egotistical and like cocky and stuff like that, and just having these high standards of what a man should be. So, it's a shame.
Yes.
Have you ever heard of an incel?
No.
An incel?
Yes.
No, I haven't.
The fact that they haven't heard of an incel is crazy to me. That just really goes to show you the dynamic between men and women.
Have you ever heard of an incel?
No.
Okay, incel stands for involuntarily celibate, and it refers to a person who can't get any sex. Who is more likely to be involuntarily celibate, men or women?
Men.
Men. It's.
Yep.
I think it's 1 in 3 men are not having sex right now.
In today's society, if a man goes...
But the term incel is, again, involuntarily celibate. I feel like it shouldn't really be a bad thing. Like, it shouldn't be seen as a bad thing. Like, oh, he's a loser, he can't get any play type shit. Like, I feel like an incel is just something that should be, describing somebody, but not necessarily making fun of somebody, because it's like a lot of people use the term incel to make fun of somebody or demean them. Like, it's really a shame, though. It's honestly a shame. Like the word virgin. Like, if somebody says, oh, you're a virgin, it's like, okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like they shouldn't really be used as terms to demean anybody, in my opinion.
up to a woman and
Because at the end of the day, if a man really wanted sex, he could get it. Like, as long as you got money, bro, like, you can pay for sex. Like, you can go to a brothel or, get somebody off the street or, get an escort. Like, men can get sex. It's just, we want that burning desire from a woman to genuinely like us type shit. Not saying I'm an incel, but that's how a lot of men think. So, well, most men think.
ask her for her number or Snapchat, he's looked at as like a creep and a pervert. But if a woman goes up to a man, it's 100% okay, which is not okay to me.
Why are men...
I mean, not all the time. It depends on who's asking what. It depends on who's asking who for what. Because it's like, if a 6'7", well, probably 6'7" is probably a stretch, but anyway, but like, if like a over 6 foot guy, chiseled jawline, nice physique, dresses nice, smells nice, handsome guy. If he goes to ask old girl for a number, although like those guys get rejected too, but it's like, if he goes up to the right girl, she's gonna give it to him. He has a higher chance of getting it than just like the average guy or the below average guy, objectively speaking. So it just depends on who is asking who for what. And on top of that, like, a lot of guys who do look that good, they still can come off pretty creepily. So it's really, it depends on who's asking who for what and how are they asking for it. Because there are some average to below average guys who have really, really good game and still know how to, talk the number or the Snapchat or, off a girl. So it just depends on who's asking who for what, and again, how they're asking.
Shame for not being able to get sex,
Sorry to repeat
but
myself,
also shame for
that's
trying to
pretty
get
much what it
sex.
was.
That's a good question.
Hold on, what did you say?
Not okay to me.
Why are men shamed for not being able to get sex, but also shamed for trying to get sex?
That's a good question.
An amazing question, actually, in my opinion. It's really a damn shame, though. Like, the bar is set so high for man. Like, it's actually funny. But I'm about to get up out of here. If you guys want to watch the rest of the video, there it is right there. Probably watch the rest of this off camera. And but I just wanted to, share some points with you guys and whatnot. And with that being said, y'all boys stay safe, man. And I'm out. Peace.